Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Definitely happy you're tuning in. Definitely also want to give a shout out to all the new subscribers and all the ones that have been there since the beginning. You don't know how excited I get when I get a new subscriber. It's like Christmas all over again. Really it is. But today I wanted to get into something that we all go through, and that is heal pain. I literally have started to experience this a lot because I've been going to a lot of different events and I've been standing for hours and I'm like, uh-oh. Like, I can't move right now. Every move I take is painful. So I've developed kind of some little strategies I've been doing throughout the years that I wanted to share with you, so maybe it'll help you out a little bit. Okay, so first things first, you have to know your shoe limit. Okay, like these right here, yeah, that's literally like a good hour. Like they're cute and all. The heels that hurt the most are like the cutest. Do you agree? Like the cutest shoes. These are hella cute. It has this cute little tassel. This shoe, by the way, is by Steve Madden. But they hurt. Oh my gosh, they hurt so bad. And mainly I started to realize is because just look at the amount of space literally between your foot and the ground. Like if you've had heel pain before, doesn't it feel like you're literally stepping on concrete every time you walk? After you get to that point where like your feet are done, it's like, why does it feel like I'm working on the bare ground? Because I realized there's literally no cushioning, no padding. Look at that. That's it between you and the floor. So what that does is that puts, number one, a lot of pressure on the balls of your feet. If you're like me, that's where you experience a lot of the pain, is the balls of your feet, because that cushion is so little. So also what I do is, like I said, know your shoe limit, and then also wait till you need to put on your shoes. For instance, like when I go to an event, I live in an apartment building. So I have to come from the fourth floor all the way down and then walk to my car once I get in the garage. Literally, that's like 15 minutes in heels you do not need to spend. So what I always done is I put on some flip-flops and I take my heels with me. And I do all that, get in the car. And usually like at a stoplight before I get to the event, if it's valet, because you don't want valet to pull up and it's like, oh shoot, I gotta put my shoes on. Or if I'm going into a parking structure, then I'll wait and then I'll put my shoes on or whatever. But that eliminates a lot of unnecessary time in your heels, because if they're very painful, you want as less hours as possible. That's why I said know your shoe limit. If you're gonna be like hours, then even though those shoes are hella cute, you may want to stay away from them, because you look crazy when you start walking like this in the event, and you look crazy when you look like you don't know how to walk in heels. Agreed? Okay. So next is something that I learned the hard way in college. Literally, me and my friend were trying to figure out, like, why does this happen? And that is when you take your shoes off once they are in like excruciating pain. So, like I said, me and my friend learned the hard way and we were trying to figure out. And then I think one day either I looked online or something, and then I found out that what happens is your foot swells when you take your shoes off. And honestly, that kind of makes sense, because when I think about it, when your foot is in the heel, it's almost like trying to adapt. And then as soon as you take your shoes off, the blood in your foot is like, I'm relieved now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can rest. And then you do that, and then you put your shoe back on, and it's like, wait. And it's like, just, I don't know. That's my theory. I'm no Freud, but you know what I mean. That's my theory. But they said that your foot swells. So never, ever, ever take your shoes off, especially, it's a little tacky as well. Come on now. People taking their shoes off. It's like, come on. You just have to go through the excruciating pain. Now, I will say this. I did not take my own advice once. And that was because it was a true exception. Okay, I went to some event and I don't know why. Never do this at home, kids. But my friend had a pair of cute shoes, and what I packed were not really going with my outfit. So she was like, here, borrow my shoes. And we were the same size or whatever. And she did warn me that the shoes hurt really bad. But I was like, "Ugh, I can walk in heels. I've been doing this since I was like 3, girl. I'm good." I literally lasted in those shoes, I don't even think 30 minutes. I lasted like 20 minutes. I was literally like, it was a disaster. I had to take the shoes off. I was done. I didn't care. There were literally like thousands of people. It was like a business conference. It was thousands of people there. I was like, you know what? I don't care. Okay. But ever since then, I've never done that because I've never even met shoes like that before in my life. But stay true to the rule and don't take your shoes off because your feet do swell, and just try to bear it out. Now, next I have is a posture move. Now, because we tend to kind of like hunch like that, we put a lot of weight on the balls of our feet. And like I said, that is really what makes your shoe hurt, is the balls of your feet right here. The balls of your feet hurt because you put all that weight on it. Every time you walk, you're like, boom, boom, boom. So what you want to do is kind of like extend your posture back like you're in a good old English tea party. And you want to extend your leg. Oh, not your leg. You want to extend your shoulders back and your head up, and you kind of want to straighten out your posture because that will kind of alleviate some of the weight that you put on the balls of your feet. Also, you don't want to stomp too hard. When your feet start to hurt, we kind of just like, and every moment we're kind of like stomping real hard, like we're an elephant in our shoes. That is not good, only because, like I said, it puts a lot of weight on the balls of your feet, making them hurt even more. So what you want to do is kind of tread softly. It's kind of hard because we're used to just walking the way we're used to walking and kind of just stomping and not really thinking about it. But you definitely want to be mindful and try to walk a little softer. That'll ease some of the pain. Like I said, the pain is gonna be there, especially if you're in heels. I mean, we're not meant to be in heels. We're not meant to our feet be like that. So you are gonna have some pain. So these are just some remedies that'll help you through some of the pain. Okay, next is another hack that I love and I've always done. It works great, especially if you're standing for long periods of time, events, clubs, conferences, whatever. I've used this over and over again, and the great thing about this is it only involves a bathroom, and there's bathrooms everywhere. Okay, you don't need Dr. Scholl's for this one. I mean, because when Dr. Scholl's is not really available, what are you gonna do? And you've literally run out of all options. So I've been using tissue, good old-fashioned tissue. Now, this is great because, like I said, there are bathrooms everywhere. You can just scoot yourself in a bathroom and find some tissue. And what you want to do is you want to roll it up. And then you want to just kind of fold it up. And the great thing about this is you can use as much as you like. I don't think the bathroom attendant is going to be knocking on your stall anytime soon, asking you how much you're using. So anyway, so you want to fold it up like this, and you want to make this nice little square shape. And like I said, pack it in there. The more, the better cushion you have on your balls of your feet. And then you want to just, like, this is a closed toe shoe, so you can pack as much stuff as you can in here. You just slide it in there like this. And then just put your feet over top of it. Nobody can see it. And now you have a little bit added cushion in your foot to try to alleviate some pain on the balls of your feet. Now, you're probably asking, now, what about shoes like this? Well, you can still kind of do it, but you just have to be a little more sneaky with it, because if you do it like this, if you can see it, it's kind of hanging all off the side and all that stuff. And it's like, you don't want people seeing tissue coming out of your shoe. I don't think that's cute. So what you want to do is now you kind of have to roll it a little thinner, and it won't cover the whole balls of your feet, but it will kind of give you a little pressure. And then you can look down and see like, oh, is it peeking out? Is it not? But the best obviously is a closed toe shoe, because you can stuff as much stuff in there as possible. Trust me, it's great. So that's my hack for that. Like I said, there's bathrooms everywhere and it's free. You don't need to run to Rite Aid and try to get to Dr. Scholl's or anything like that. It's a great hat. It doesn't work all night, like I said, but it'll definitely help alleviate some of the pain on the balls of your feet. Okay, last but not least is one that I've learned the hard way as well again, and that is to not put any lotion on the bottom of your feet. Why? Because the last thing you want in your shoes, especially sandals, anything that looks like this, is for your feet to slide. And plus you got to remember, if you have sandals on and it's summertime, you're not only, you have lotion on your feet, what's making it slippery is you're also gonna sweat. So now you have lotion and sweat mixed together, and you're literally, your feet are like on ice skates, and you're like, you know what I'm saying? This part is so slippery, you can barely walk. I've done that before where I'm like just putting lotion on my feet, not even really thinking about it, putting lotion all over my feet, whatever. Put on shoes, and then I'm like gliding in the shoes. My feet are constantly like coming over the edge every time I walk. It's so painful and it's so hard to walk like that. So I started to think like, okay, wait, probably shouldn't put lotion on the bottom of my feet. You could put lotion everywhere in the creases of everywhere else, but don't put lotion on the bottom of your feet if you want your feet to slip. Even in these, even though you can't see your toes coming out, but it still would make it harder to get your balance and your posture right to avoid putting that pressure on the ball of your shoe. So you definitely don't want to put lotion on the bottom of your feet, like I said, because it will make your shoe very, very slippery. Now, if you put lotion, which I've also found, if you put lotion on the bottom of your shoe and then be like, oh shoot, I forgot. I've tried to like take a towel and rub the bottom of my shoe, bottom of my foot, like, okay, I'll just rub the lotion off. That doesn't work. You literally have to completely wash your whole foot again, dry it off, because you want the bottom to be dry. You just do. Sorry. I know we're not used to not lotion every aspect of our body, especially our feet. But you want the bottom of your foot as dry as possible. It'll help you walk better in the shoe. So that is my last hack. So I hope you liked all my hacks. They're definitely stuff that I've used over and over and over again. Like I said, nothing can really alleviate when your feet hurt, but a lot of times some of these things will help you for maybe like 30 or 40 minutes, may help you get to the car or something like that. Then you could kick those shoes off like I love to do. So keep all those little hacks in mind. You don't need to buy anything. That's the great part about these hacks. You don't need to buy anything to help you alleviate the pain. Just certain little tips and tricks to help you navigate horrible heel pain when you're in social situations and you cannot kick your heels off. So with that, definitely please subscribe. I would love to have you on the team. Also, like I mentioned before, if you have any specific fashion questions, just put them in the comments and I'll be glad to respond to them. And also stay tuned for the next video. You don't want to miss it.